Hello and welcome to the live stream. This is Geelong versus St Kilda. Just at the wee break here now, the ad break, but I wanted to get it all up and running before the start of the game. We're live from the GMHBA Stadium. I don't know what the nickname is for this, it's just a group of letters. Do they call it the Gabba? Because I've heard folks saying at the Gabba, but I didn't know if that's the Geelong one or not. So anyway, as I say, it's a GMHBA Stadium. What's your predictions for the winner today? I've put down, of course, first place, Geelong. There has been upsets of late. Geelong's been on the end of one last week with the Bulldogs. The Bulldogs took them. Carnacatters. Thanks very much for joining. KF Rabbit, you know who I am. My friend. He's done a video recently as well, KF Rabbit, for me. He went to Port Adelaide and showed it around the ground. That was a really good video. It was nice to see the journey to the stadium and also the experience within the stadium, pre-match, during the match and post-match. But all in all, very good experience, and it's definitely something I would love to be able to do myself. Adelaide is a place, actually, I know we're talking about Geelong here, but Adelaide is a place I want to go, Adelaide Oval, and see. Really nice ground. I've had a lot of people showing me images of their time that they've went there for a game, so it's really good to see somebody's and it was a mixed crowd as well, all round you. It's quite strange for me, coming from a soccer background, seeing all the crowd sitting together. You could have a Geelong supporter, but today you'll probably have a Geelong supporter sitting next to a St Kilda supporter. Quite strange for me. Usually crowds are completely separate, and it just goes to show, yes, you sometimes do get pockets of trouble. Maybe there'll be rows within the stadium, but generally it's very well behaved and everybody's just there for a good time and a very good family vibe as well, which is good because I'm planning on coming to Australia with my children, so you know that it's going to be fine. There's going to be no trouble. Most sports grounds, there's never really any trouble, but some sports, some games, you will get and you'll get idiots kicking off. But anyway, today's game, Geelong St Kilda. Geelong's last form, as I said in my predictions, lost 1, 1. And St Kilda, lost, 1, lost. So they've lost 4 out of the last 5. Did I watch the Roos Bombers? I never managed to watch the Roos Bombers. It wasn't on here. So I have missed that one. I don't know who's won. Cats by 40 points. I would actually be out the fucking centres. St Kilda, they were unfortunate last week. They put a bit of a fight on. I quite like Bruce. I'm looking forward to seeing him. I've not seen the lineups there. There's Gary Ablett Jr. getting his shoulders all prepared for the back. Essendon won by 5. I actually had North Melbourne down. This has been a poor week of predictions for me. Straight away Friday night, West Coast were beat off Collingwood. I put Sydney down against Carlton. Carlton's beat them. I did put Hawks down for the win, so they got the win. And I've put North Melbourne down, and Essendon's won. But Essendon have actually been on exactly the same form in the last 5 games as North Melbourne. That was a huge win for the Bombers. A very, very big win. It'll give them a lot of confidence. They have been coming good. North Melbourne have been very good as well, but Essendon have been quietly going about their business and getting the results like what I said. Somebody says to me, you write them off just like the media. Not necessarily. I've done a little bit of homework into Essendon. I know they're playing better, but that was actually a statement today, I think, with that result winning, because 9th versus 10th, it could have went wrong for the Bombers, but they've stepped up to the challenge against one of the informed teams in the AFL and got the win. I was quite impressed with that. Right, Max Gorilla, nice to see you joining. Everyone, Harvester Atone, obviously you've given that comment. Thank you very much for joining. It's right for you joining. I'm going to try and do most of the live game today. Hopefully I get a good internet signal the whole way through. I'll try my hardest to focus on the game and not on the camera the majority of the time, because I am doing a live stream of the game. But the last time I tried to do this, I got so engrossed in what we were talking about that I forgot to really pay attention to the game. So I am expecting a Geelong win, but the reason I love this sport is it throws up so many surprises. And Geelong, let's be honest here, for any Cats fans, they've been struggling the last few weeks. They've not been great. So anything can happen. We are Geelong. Tipping Woody, absolutely brilliant. I love watching him. You get excited. I don't know if it's the way he looks when he runs, his hair going back and everything, but he looks cool. And you notice him every time he picks up the ball, but he has got a trick about him. I get excited watching him, as I say, and for him to get 20 seconds to go, fantastic. Great cliffhanger finish to that game then. But this is the last game anyway of Saturday, and then we're into the weekend's games. I'm looking forward to a couple of games tomorrow as well. I don't think I'll live stream them, but I'll certainly watch whatever I can get live here. I seen the second half of the Hawks Fremantle this morning. Fremantle are struggling. They are. They seem to be in a bit of free for all, don't they? Free fall. They're absolutely sliding. That's 4 losses in a row now for them. So not looking good. A lot of the media outlets and all the fans pages on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter are really rubbing it into their coach, saying his job is very much untenable. He's probably gonna lose his job. Just reading a couple of the things there. So, yous are probably underway now. Not fantastic. No, it's not fantastic. But you know what? They have been fantastic of late, North Melbourne. Straight away, he's off. Straight out. Oh, it's behind. It's went for behind. Wow, that was an explosive charge. I think it was Dangerfield there. Charged straight down the centre of the field and just launched it in to the goal square. Well, in and around the goal square, sorry. Couldn't convert it for a goal though. Nice punch there forward, wasn't it? Straight away. Geelong are showing what they're looking to do straight away. Right on the offensive. I love it when you get a goal in the first minute in this sport. It's just boom, real quick goals. You're like, wow. And then another one. Sometimes you get 2 in a couple of minutes. It's fantastic to see. It's explosive start. You'd imagine that they're breathing out their backside in the first few minutes because it takes you a while to get your breath when it's a frantic start at the start of any sporting game like this. I always find when I used to play football when I was young that you were absolutely exhausted in the first 5 minutes because it was just so frantic, and just trying to get your breathing right took some time. But Geelong are... I don't know if this will be the way of the game, just bombardment here, but possibly. Can get a hold of it, Junior Gary Ablett there. Oh, lovely. Lovely. Nice bit of pressure has resulted in a goal there for Geelong. Find that little bit of space just in front, maybe about 30 metres out, and got the kick off and scored the goal. Nice goal. Nice pressure though. I like their intensity so far. Really came out the firing blocks, haven't they? I know that is a dream team. Somebody just put regular midfield, Dangerfield, Selwood, and Ablett dream team. Yep, I think a lot of teams. Hi mate, hey, thanks for everyone that's just joining in now. Karen Nikitas, plus Kelly. Yeah, mentioned Kelly. Kelly's one of the best players in the league as well. Centre clearance won again by the Cats, but St Kilda just picked it up. I'm looking forward to seeing Bruce here. He's not a player I really knew much about until last week, but he's a strong lad up top, isn't he? Plus Duncan, solid week in and out. I'll have to. I never watched Geelong last week. I don't think, did I? I watched that many live games last week that it's hard to remember who I watched. I think I watched about 4 or 5 live games. I missed yesterday's great game between the Eagles and lovely. That man Bruce, he makes marks look easy. And the mullet is sensational. It's a thing of sheer beauty. Nice, comfortable pass there and take there. The comment just went off there. I won't play about the screen because the camera's not on a very stable platform there. I've raised it up on something there. I'll touch it, it'll make wobble and knock the image away and not make it as good viewing. Are you watching this live just now? Alright, Lucas. Shane. Thanks for joining. Oh, Bruce has been... what do you call the wee lad with the dreadlocks again here? Number 32. Myers. I always see him. The hair, obviously, you see him straight away. I always forget his name. I'd imagine he's not going to go for a goal. He's just going to put it in and around. Oh, he's hit the first man. Don't see that very often. Charge down there. Yeah, Graham Myers. He's a good little player. You always see him. He's busy. He's in and around things. I think I noticed him because of the hair. I take it he's into his reggae music, is he? Bit of Bob Marley. Dockers Hawthorn got absolutely smashed. Hawthorn are... that's two, I think, wait there. Hawks. That's 2 wins in a row. They had lost the previous 4 before that there. The Hawks, fair play to them. I watched the second half. They scored the first 5 goals in I think the first quarter in that game. And then the Dockers hit 5 goals. The next 5 goals in a row. But I think the Hawks just showed a little bit more class today. A couple of big players haven't really turned up now for the Dockers the last couple of weeks. Quite surprised that they're dipping form. They really need to get back to winning ways again, and pronto, because they're finding themselves dropping further away from the top 8. There's Big Pussy again. He looks like a hard man as well with the moustache and the hair. He looks like a nutter. And he's got his hand up. He's just showing you a wee highlight, a replay there of what happened. Lovely strength. He didn't even really need to jump. He just got his hands up and took that nice. He's so good at getting the marks. And his kicking sound. I tell you, I like him a lot. That's 7-6 now. One thing I notice about St Kilda, I don't give them a lot of positive. So about the Eagles loss, I know, mate, I'll tell you something. I was stunned at that because the Eagles have been one of the better teams the last few weeks. And Collingwood have actually been struggling. And then to travel out west there, I wasn't expecting the result that happened. But fair play to Collingwood, they've done it. And their big players have finally turned up. That is a huge, huge lift for them psychologically. Being able to go out there, travel, beat one of the best teams in their own patch. And obviously leapfrog them then in the ladder. I believe they've leapfrogged them. I never checked the ladder, but I'm sure they'll be back into second now with that win. Who do I want to win here? My daughter's asking me. I don't really mind, but I'll tell you something. I think the Cats will win, definitely. I put it down in my prediction, but as I was going to say about St Kilda and the Bulldogs, one thing I find they've got in common, they really do like a fight. They do scrap. They don't roll over. Yes, there was a game there, St Kilda were absolutely annihilated in Shanghai, where I was really I couldn't believe what I was seeing. But other than that, they do like a scrap. They have got strong players. A couple of the forwards are quite good for them, out with Bruce. But I don't know enough of the players to give you a better analysis. Gary Abbott's just dinked that in there. That's delightful vision. He's just seen him on the run, just placed it into an open space there. probably about 25 metres in and around the left-hand pocket in front of the goal. That just shows you his class. And I could look in the past two, Ablett was nice as well. Look, just dinked it into the space, run on, and an easy take. That shows you his class that he's got. He doesn't rush it. He doesn't let anybody rush him. Just controlled and lovely. Manchester United are in Perth. Well, I seen the banner that went across. The Liverpool fans had put 6 European titles over the Manchester United training ground. That was pure genius. Lovely goal there again. 2 goals now for the Cats, first quarter. That comment went off there. I'll get that comment when it comes back up. I think this is possibly the game the Cats needed. They've had a couple of hard weeks. They just need to find their shooting boots again and start. Maybe put St Kilda away here, get the confidence up, get over a century, get over 100 points. A big margin win. As I say, lift the spirits and the confidence again, because they have dipped in form. I didn't realise how bad that they do have it after the bye week until I get told about it, and I've done a little bit of looking into it. It's strange, isn't it? Good work there from St Kilda. Ouch. Daughter's pulled the camera down. Come on. One second. Sorry about that. It's hard to do anything in this house without children video bombing it or doing something to interrupt anything that I'm trying to do. Lost after the last 9 years. See, I've got it plugged into the charge, and she's pulled the cable, and the cable pulled it over. Open this window. I got sunburnt yesterday. Honestly, right? This is the truth. We were out at the parade yesterday, and it was just a cloudy day, but I've been absolutely sunburnt behind the clouds. Face is red. I think I had sunglasses on, but it was still bright, the sky, but it's not sunburn. You can't really see it now. It's a little bit like, but Australians don't get sunburnt. You've got a thing over there, haven't you? You slap on the sun cream. Everybody slaps it on. What's the score? The score is 13-12, but it could have changed. I'm slightly behind your. I'm live streaming it through the internet, plus with the delay of coming over anyway. I'm usually around 30 seconds delay, so it's, as it stands on my screen, it's 13-12. The bite is air Kennett curse. That Kennett really is something else, isn't he? If I was a Hawks fan, I would be quite embarrassed by him, I think. Just don't let him speak to the media. Gag him. Yeah, the game wasn't Tassie the day. Rob, you told me the Pies would win. I know, mate, I know. You paused the game to watch my stream. Can you watch both at the same time? No? Is this live on the TV right now for you in Australia? See, they usually show 3 games here. I'll either get it through America or I'll get it through Australian channels. That Bruce is a feisty one. I love him. He plays a little. He gets that wee violent streak in him as well. It's quite nice to see. Like a player with a bit of fight in them, you know that anyway, don't you? Pay-per-view, is it? Well, BT here you would pay for to watch. So you watch it, you pay for your BT subscription, but they'll put the TV on. You don't pay for an individual game, if you know what I mean. You've got your channel, and then whatever the channel's showing, you'll get to watch. So they usually do Champions League and stuff like that in Europe. Show loads of sports, or a wide variety of sports for that money. They do live UFC as well, but I think they're even starting to try and change that into pay-per-view now. BT doing boxing. They've started doing boxing pay-per-view, which is quite annoying because you were getting live boxing for free. In the UK, we got UFC for free. But as I say, they're trying to make as much money as possible now for it. Is it on 7? I'm not actually sure what media team it is. The BT show Fox and they show 7, so I'll have to wait until the interval to see what. I never actually noticed who was doing it there. I know it is Fox straight away because it's usually Sarah Jones. I prefer Fox. Clarky. 14-13. I'm 13-13 here now, so. Here we go. This will be what you're talking about. Dangerfield just put it behind there. He bursts through it. I love his acceleration that he's got. When he picks up the ball and he gets into full stride, everybody just cheers. They're expecting something magic to happen. 4-0 in Gibraltar. Yes, Rob. First half, they just camped back. The St Joseph's team sit really, really deep to try and stop us from playing, really. They've never tried to get out of their half at all. But just sheer control and possession just ground them down. When you've not got the ball, it can be very tiring for the opposition to defend for 90 minutes. So the class shone through in the second half, scored 4 second half goals, and then we'll bring them back next week to Ibrox. Probably do them for 5 or 6, maybe 10-0 on aggregate. I'm expecting to get through this European tie very, very quickly and on to the next one, and I'm expecting something similar. We shouldn't be going through this many qualifying rounds, but Scotland's coefficiency is so far down in Europe now because our clubs haven't been doing well in Europe that they lose points, if you know what I mean, for qualifying. Other countries have better coefficiency, so they don't need to do as many qualifying rounds, but Scotland finds himself very low down in the coefficiency rating. That's why we have to do 4 qualifying rounds in the Europa, which is a disgrace. Don, do you think Ross Lyon should get sacked? That's the Dockers guy, isn't it? It is the Dockers manager, Ross Lyons. He just sits in his seat like that. Yep. I don't know. I mean, like, I've actually enjoyed. Bearing in mind, this is a few bad weeks for the Dockers now. What's that? 4 losses in a row, but they did have a couple of wins before that. They have got very good young players. He's mediocre. Calling for anybody's head in sport. But the way I would say it, if you think he should be sacked as a Dockers fan, if you go to the games, I know he's been there a while now. I think he had a couple of good years at the start. It's not got any better. Maybe it is time to freshen things up if that's the case. He's got so many quality players in that team, you would imagine they should be doing a little bit better than what they are. They do seem to be slipping of late, that can't be denied. Whether he gets sacked or not is different. Unless you've got somebody better to bring in, hold your horses, see out the end of the season. I don't make any hasty decisions. You might turn good. You might find a little bit of a bit of form. He made them get to a final. So there you go. I mean, it's a tough competition. There's so many teams beating everyone in this thing. It's very, like, predictions are impossible to get them all right. It's incredible. No matter how much homework I'll do, I don't know if I'll ever get 9 right. But that's just it. It's a tough game. It's a competitive sport. Anybody can really beat anyone, apart from maybe Gold Coast Suns. But sacking someone, maybe if you feel that the squad isn't doing anything new or better, maybe they should look to freshening it up. I don't know when. Probably, I don't like to see anybody losing their job through a year. But if he keeps losing, Nearly caught it there. He's been just tumbled over and through for the behind, I think, yeah. Don't know. I just lifted my head up there. I never saw exactly. Free kick, is it? That's holding, yeah. You could see that there when you said it. I was just glanced up. I never actually saw it. I was too busy answering a question there. Moral of the story is I don't know what the best thing is. We've got this debate right now at a couple of clubs with interim managers as well in the game. Nice goal there. That's 2014 now to the Cats. If anybody's wanting an update on the live score, just kicked a goal from a free kick from Holden. I'm not sure of the boy's name actually. But anyway, there is interim thing is a really difficult one. Do you get rid of them? Sometimes they're doing well and then you give them the permanent position and it all goes horribly wrong in sport. But then again, you go and get somebody else in and it could go horribly wrong. Nobody knows the answers. This is the thing. It's only opinion based. All you can know is when they actually go out there. Bad miss by Isava. That's the big Fijian lad, Isava, isn't it? Quite like him. I was saying he was Aboriginal, but he was Fijian. I knew by his name because I used to work with loads of Fijians. Loads and loads of Fijians. But they were all rugby mad. Absolutely crazy rugby mad. There mustn't be many Fijians in the AFL, I wouldn't have thought. He's missed it. I see it there now. We're about a 30-second delay there. I can't believe he's missed that, to be fair. He's got all the time to just place that straight through the sticks. That's poor. That's very poor. He's just panicked and just hit it and hoped. Quite disappointing. You have a picture of you and Atkins on the wall. Cool, man. I think I seen some of you. Show me some of your pictures and your Geelong stuff, aye. I'm behind you here, so you might have just give it away that he scored the goal. Nice ball into the centre of the. Here we go. I'm just going to watch the goal here. You did give it away. Straightforward enough goal, but gets it up there, gets the scoreline going. Quite a lot of the ground today. Obviously, behind the goals are where all the flags are going and stuff. To try and it's good for the home team or the team kicking in front of their own supporters. But for the away supporters, it could be probably quite distracting. But nice turnout today in the stadium. That's 27-14 now to the Cats. 13-point margin. Really dark. You go really dark there pretty early on. I suppose it's winter time just now. Was it 6:30? Quarter to 7 in the evening. My friend that sent me the Dockers stuff, he was telling me in Perth, he's in Perth. It's dark at 6 o'clock in the evening just now. But in the summer it starts to get dark at 8, whereas in the summertime here we would start to go dark at about 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock. But we don't get the good weather that you get as much, but it's still bright until about 10 or 11 o'clock in the evening in Scotland, in Northern Ireland. Winter late by 6, 7:50 in the east. Oh, so you're good bit of a time difference there. I've got the Dockers anchor that he sent me at the back of me. I was drinking out of the wee beer holder as well yesterday at the parade, drinking some beers. Had the wee Dockers thing. Might only be that might have been the first Dockers representation ever in Northern Ireland. I don't know. It's good stuff. I'm actually getting sent quite a lot of stuff, merchandise. Just quickly mentioned, somebody actually said they were gonna. I think he's Scottish. He's a Rangers supporter anyway, but he's a North Melbourne fan. He was talking about sending me something. I've got a Bulldogs fan on Twitter wanting to send me something. I've got Geelong stuff coming. I've got Adelaide Crows footy coming and a couple of Australian things. There was a hint at microbrewery stuff coming as well. So Australian beers, hopefully. Really looking forward to trying some Australian beer. So it's all good. We're getting a good AFL. I was actually thinking about if the channel grows in the next year or two, getting he snapped it, went for a behind there. Not bad, but a bit of spell just now for the Cats. Really putting a bit of pressure on them. Aussie beers, nice, yes. I've had the 4 X's that I can't remember what you call that. Castles, man, is it? I can't remember what they're called. Obviously Foster's, which not many people drink. But I've never had actually your other beers, which I'm going to try. That'll be good. You saying hello? This is a live stream. Watch you don't touch the camera though, because it's not a very good stand there. Get a VB, yes, I do want to try one of them. Victorian beer or something, isn't it? Victorian beer. Wave. Wave. Brains did an Australian animals thing yesterday. We're going to do a little bit more detail.
I was going to do another video, but then Boss Baby came and started pulling the stand.
Victorian bitter, I said beer. Bitter, yes. I like bitter actually. I like a bitter. Prefer it over lager. I don't like lager too much. It's too fizzy and it gasses you up. I like a bitter or an ale or maybe a stout. Something a wee bit heavier, stronger. Beer, doesn't matter. Lager, nah. Geelong's doing alright here now. Stepping it up. So we're getting Geelong Cat stuff sent to us by one of the subscribers. I talked to her through Facebook. Very, very generous. She's buying stuff for all 5 of my family, so we're going to do the parcel opening together. And I don't know if it's clothing, but if it is, we'll put all the things on live on the video. So I'm looking forward to that. Just shows you the generosity of people. People's really accepted us and the channel, talking about your great game. And I really appreciate that, so thanks very much. And the kind gifts are fantastic.
Does AFL have mascots?
Yeah, Bren's has got a question. Go.
Does AFL have mascots?
Say it louder.
Does AFL have mascots?
Do you have mascots in the AFL? And if so, are they the animals of the nickname, like Cats, obviously the Eagles, the Hawks, the Crows? Yeah. Yeah, we'll have to look into that and have a look and do a video of the mascots. Oh, Bren's will look it up. That's quite good. Kids would like that then. That's nice photo opportunity for the children.
Oh, what a football.
You like footy?
I like football.
You like the football, eh?
Yeah.
Well, watch the game.
Google just picked up what you said. AFL mascots. Get a camera. Okay. Camera. Sonny Ray of the Gold Coast Suns. Tiger Stripes. Dyer of Richmond Tigers. Dog One Eye.
Peter George. Hi mate. Welcome to the live stream.
With Magpies.
Are you going to see Mum?
No. Captain Carlington of Carlington. Attention, board the road. Swanee Skeleton of the Sydney Swans.
You're noisy. That's buffering a wee bit there. That's not good.
That always happens here.
Not always.
Well, sometimes.
This time of the day. Buffering a little bit. Say for the grand final when I do a live stream. I've been invaded, that's right. I don't get any peace.
Peace.
No, I'm lucky to get peace.
Peace.
I don't kick that. Go see Mum. Mum's got something for you. No, she's not. Talk crap.
This is some of the mascots.
I know they'll know them, man.
Yeah, but if they don't.
I'm annoyed about the signal here. For the grand final, I was going to say, I'll get it on the satellite so there's no buffering. It's a perfect picture. Hopefully it's on BT. I'll look into it before BT, and then when I do the live stream, I'm going to do the live stream of the grand final. Full match, medal ceremony, everything. See who gets the individual awards and stuff. And obviously who wins it, ultimately. But the internet, it's good for me, for watching. But it's not great for me doing a live stream like this. Check your shoes on and you see your friends. That's what about. And the performance, how will you handle 100,000 at the G? I wish I was there to experience it. It's going to be an absolutely amazing event. I can't imagine there's many finals anywhere in the world that would be taking that much number to that many numbers to a game like that, particularly a final. So it's going to be a monumental occasion, and I'm buzzing about that game, to be fair, because watching it all the way through to see who's earned the right to play in it for one, and then to go on and win it, being the main thing. And then obviously the individual awards, because there's players you're sort of excited about watching, players that are stepping it up this year, even young ones coming through making a name for themselves. It'll be interesting to see if they can handle the occasion as well. Grand final nerves, do you know, some people crumble under the pressure, other players step up and shine and take the opportunity to show that they want to make a name for themselves. So it's great. And the kitty litter. I don't know what that means, but it sounds funny. The kitty, the cat litter. I get you, mate. The cattery. Anyone that know the record crowd at the G? I was at 100 years ago, 136,000 I read with one of them. I seen it on some 148,000. Maybe when it was all standing. Obviously safety now, it's going to be all seated and you'll get less numbers in. Quarter one complete. I'm sitting at 26 then, so about 30-40 seconds behind. Alright, quarter so far. I suppose I've not given it the best attention as I should have done, so apologies for that. It's quite difficult to do both. I'm going to have to work out a way of doing it. On the grand final, I'm going to have to watch the game more and just literally react to the game, what I'm seeing. But in this, I'm enjoying the chat, so try and do both as best as I can. That's it all over then. So 28-14, first quarter. Geelong's first 5-10 minutes, they really started putting pressure on there. St Kilda it was kick for a couple of goals there for St Kilda, and then Geelong stepped up a bit and got a couple more themselves. 28-14 going into the break, not bad. Selwood at the top there. The Fijian lad should have scored that goal though. It should have been a little bit more than that, really, if you think of it. He's rushed that. So we're at the interval here anyway. Can talk a little bit better now. Selwood is a flopping ducker. MCG, great vid. Loved that MCG vid. That was 100,000, 10th biggest in the world. Yeah, but I think somebody was asking what was the record attendance. I think that was the question. I don't know off the top of my head. I think it might have said in that video. That MCG video I actually did was a recommendation from a subscriber. And if you've been, obviously most of the people in this chat, I know you on the channel now, so I know you'll know that I love the history of it all. I want to give as much information from the years up until present day, from the years gone by up until present day, and it's certainly something that ties in with that. I don't know if there's SCG videos like Sydney. I could go around, obviously, the stadiums, and if they've got their own videos, maybe do them as well. It could be an idea, because there's some lovely grounds in the AFL, really nice grounds, but obviously none of them will have the same sort of history as what the MCG has, but nonetheless, really great sporting arenas within the whole AFL there. One thing I would say about the Gold Coast Suns one, it is a lovely location. Nobody can deny Gold Coast is a beautiful, beautiful place. The scenery, the beaches, everything about it. It's a lovely place, and the ground's quite nice. It's a humble little ground. Obviously, they're not getting many fans there, but nice little stadium all the same. What are your girls' names? I don't say their real names live on the show, but the oldest one that did your video is the Brains. Then Sarge, the Sergeant, the Enforcer nearly. That's Sarge, the middle one, and the youngest one's Boss Baby. Cock stuck it up them again. I never saw it. I was away yesterday. Good on him. That's what I'll say. He's been getting a bit of abuse, and I find that Big Cox is the whipping boy when things are going wrong. They turn on him. A failed project, etc., etc. But I don't think the one thing I'll say about him when they're not playing well, he's nowhere to be seen. You don't even know he's playing, and he doesn't have a single shred or an iota of aggression in his body. He's a really, really nice guy, but he needs to find a bit of ferociousness. He needs to hit someone. Do you know what? Get a set of balls and hit somebody hard. Do you know? And I think if he finds that little bit of aggression, learns the game. Obviously, the more he plays it, positionally, I'm not one to speak about positional awareness because I'm not positionally aware myself on what is expected of his position within the geography of the oval, but he does seem to be closing the ground, whereas other players are naturally there and they've got more. They read it a lot better, and he doesn't. He's seeming to closing down the area rather than being there already. I think he lacks that natural understanding and awareness of his own position. But ultimately, the aggression just isn't there. I don't know if it's because he's American and not an Australian that he hasn't got natural aggression in his body. But if he was Scottish or Irish going, I'd imagine the fight would be there. Regardless of your positional awareness, you would have the aggression to go through someone. And that's what I want to see. Foreign players, if you're going to go into this game, yes, you're not going to have the understanding of the game the same as the Australians. You're going to be learning. There's a couple of players there. Obviously, the wee lad from Tyrone there, playing for the Bombers, Connor McKenna. One thing you can't fault him for, he's aggressive, he's quick, he's brave on the ball. I really give him a lot of compliments there. Maybe he'll lack that understanding of his position. He's not playing in a position that he can really affect too much by making a mistake, but he does have aggression, he does have speed, he has confidence as well, so I really like watching him too. But if Big Coxie stepped up, I'm delighted for him because he is a bit of a whipping boy when things start going wrong at Collingwood. But as I said in a previous video, and it goes for any team sport, if you lose as a team. Don't target one man, target the team. The team's been crumbling recently, and they've got a great win there. There's no doubt about that. They've went out to Perth and got a great win there of a team that's really found confidence. And I think that's down to Nick Nat being back and the fact the young guys have been stepping up. I think Cameron again, young lad, really. I'll show a bit of Carlton. I want to watch this Carlton highlights. I seen the Carlton highlights on my phone after this with Sydney. Fantastic win for them. I'm delighted for them. Antique, to be fair, he's got a little unnecessary pressure on his shoulders. He's doing a good job there. They're playing nice brand of footy. Oh, they've just flicked it back. They're just showing a goal from each game there. The Bombers win. There's the last minute goal from Tippin Witty, a player I like. And I like his song as well. People want me to react to it. I don't know. I might actually speak to the guys that done it, the punk band.
He always sings it.
I do sing it actually. I sing the song. McDonald, Tippin Witty, good player. Bit of a team talk now, Sean. 14-9 in centre clearances, is it? In the midfield clearances to St Kilda. So they're winning a bit of the aerial battle there. They are a physically strong team, St Kilda, so that obviously does be one of their stronger points in the game. Geelong's midfield sensational though. I'd imagine that number will start to swing in favour of them just out of pure quality throughout that position. The song sounded good. Navy Blues. Do you know what, Rob? I did pick up on your comments saying I hated the song. I want to correct you there. I don't hate the song. I thought they were saying Baby Blues. So apologies to you for that. But maybe it's the accent. I've picked it up and I never had the volume up that loud. I was watching a sister, my daughter. I goes, are they singing Baby Blues? Why would they sing? This is supposed to be a man's sport and they're singing about baby blues. Then I thought, I wonder whoever made this video, are they taking the piss and they've changed the word to Baby Blues to slag Carlton fans off? But it actually does say Navy Blues. I picked it up wrong, but do you know what? It has grown on me a little bit now because I've had a laugh about it. And they were singing it today. I watched them singing it after the game, obviously celebrating the victory. Congratulations to them for the win. I'm delighted for them. It is a team I enjoy watching, really do. Underdogs, they are a young side and they're playing the game in a good attacking spirit. They just lack that little bit of experience to win every single week. But they're going to definitely come good in the next couple of years, I'd imagine. Right. Gers, nice play. So I hope any Australian fans, if they're going to be picking an old firm day in Scotland between Rangers and that lot across the city, I'm not going to mention their name because it's a swear word in my household. You pick the mighty Glasgow Rangers. Hopefully we'll win it today. Not today, this season, sorry. And Steven Gerrard. Everybody knows who Steven Gerrard is. We've got a kick here anyway from the boundary line. Around about the 45-50 metre mark. He's just put it in around the goal square. Picked up nicely there. Dealt well with the St Kilda defender. Well done to him. And just controlled passing in and around their own 50. Some teams to rush it out, and I think that's a mistake. Just pick out nice passes and get yourself back up and gain some territory. Go the Blues of Manchester United. So you're a Man United fan. Steven Gerrard, your manager. Obviously, this is his second season now in the manager's job at Rangers. I think he's doing a fantastic job. Are you worried about Dembele? Sean Lynch, I've got a question for you. Where do you come from, mate? Because there's a Sean Lynch playing for the Essendon Bombers, not Essendon Bombers, the Belfast Bombers. And I want to give you a comment, mate. Anyone but Celtic. Dembele, credit to Dembele. He's a young 16-year-old lad. I've followed him now from he's been 13. Scottish football definitely has high hopes for him as a young player. There is good players at Celtic. I'm only having a laugh. Obviously on Derby Day, it's no laughing matter. And I really don't want to see them winning at 9 in a row. That'll break my heart, I tell you. If they've done a quadruple treble, I think I'm going to give up with football altogether. But we've came a really long way since 2012. It's great to be talking about competing for a title. We have to be honest with ourselves here. They were a good bit ahead of us, but I really believe we could do it this year, and I hope we can. Obviously, we really need to. They're going for 9 in a row, but notoriously, it's been a battle over the years throughout the history between these two clubs in Scotland. But Dembele looks like he's a promising young player. There's a Sean Lynch apparently playing for the Belfast Bombers. Somebody I work with knows him, so that's why I thought it was maybe you. But yeah, I do quite like him. AFL Pay Channel. Oh, there we go. I hope he makes it for him, but I hope he doesn't do a good job at Celtic. Boo Celtic, boo Celtic.
Celtic.
It's a sweary word. So, no, but it's exciting this year. I think there's going to be a battle for the title this year rather than a one-sided affair of what we've seen in the last few years. So I'm quite confident. I'm quite looking forward to it. We've made some good signings, and we've got a strong team. I think physically and quality-wise, we look like we could put it up to them. But it's a long season. It is a swear word. I try not to say them. I call them them. There's so many nicknames you will not believe. If you want to look into nicknames, I'm not going to say them on the live stream, but you can imagine being such a ferocious derby, one of the biggest derbies in any sport anywhere in the world, and one of the oldest traditionally. Rivalry, historically, religiously, politically, it is a huge, huge derby. You can imagine the nicknames called between the two. So I'm not going to say them. But anyway, look, I love the derby. I love it. The Old Firm derby in Scotland. You do. Rangers Celtic. 29-15. They've just got behind then. I'm sitting at 28-15. Obviously just missed the goal. The big man's down there getting a break now. He should come off. Anybody having beers just now in Australia? Any beers? I had a couple of beers and some Australian wine last night. I'm feeling alright. I never took too much. Sometimes I wake up on the Saturday morning, Sunday morning, and I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I'm delicate, like, and then I go out into the car and I do the AFL car chat. I've got a bit of a hangover, like, so to the game usually lifts my spirits. Quite excited. I get excited. You know yourself. I just like to see a great game of footy. 10 a.m. But it's after 6 a.m. so you're written stuck into it. I hope you're having a barbecue there. Probably not. I mean, it must be stereotypical that you have barbecue all the time, like all the time. Surely it's not every day. Mind you, if it's sunny, you're outside in the sunshine, aren't you? You need a satellite TV outside in a shaded area, sheltered area for the TV, so you're just out like a parasol over the top of the TV in the sunshine with the barbie going and the beers and the chill. That just is my image of Australia, near the beach. Mates around, watching the game. Big Brucey's missed that. There's a bit of a collision there. Don't know if there's a bit of a head knock. They're still down. Lovely goal from the Saints. Brilliant. Great goal there. Kinda came out of nothing, I think. Is it Bruce down? He's been knocked. He took a hit. I hope he's alright. It looked like maybe a head collision there. Nah, she's put the thumb up. He's alright there. Maybe he's just winded. Movie called United about Munich. Oh, that is absolutely devastating. The Munich air disaster. Half-time beers, watching the footy and the barbecue. Vintage. Hopefully I'll get to experience that. As I say, we're going in the right direction now. The channel's growing now. I don't know if next year's going to be too soon, but maybe the year after. I don't know if we're becoming a month. I think it'll probably be 3 weeks we're going to do. I think a month could be a long time for the family and for them to be away from work in one block period as well. But 5 years time, this has to be my job. I can't be working in my job and doing this. I want to do this properly. But the content will get better. It has to get better to be doing it professionally, and it also I need time to be able to do my research, behind the scenes stuff, and the travel that would be involved in bringing better content, as you can imagine. So you need time on your hands to be able to do it, and obviously it needs to be bringing in the right amount of funds to be able to fund the actual channel itself and pay the bills. You alright?
I'm not looking good again.
It's your time to Australia Limited. Adelaide Limited, don't want to waste it in the city of churches. Either go to Western Australia. Money not the issue, I see. Well, it kind of is the issue. Is Brucey up, was it? Gotta go. Tell you what, they're on the charge. They're on a bit of a surge here, the Saints. Good, fair play to them. Big Bruce, that man, the one that I was saying about before the game, I'm being impressed with him. And I'm glad that they're proving me wrong and showing me that they have got a bit of fight about that. I'm not questioning their fight, just questioning that little bit of quality in front of goal. And as I mentioned, the Bulldogs were the same, but they're finding it as well.
No.
Quite impressed.
We're impressed.
Don't doubt the Bombers. You did, mate, and I'll tell you.
No, we don't.
The Bombers did well.
No,
the Bombers got the win. Yeah, they did.
No.
The S and the Bombers got the win. Yep.
No.
No. Okay. The Bombers never won today. She said it. Oh, what, you don't fall? Be careful there.
No.
Are you just gonna say, if I say yes, you say no? No. Yeah, that's alright. Thanks very much, Dave. I like that. Appreciate that comment. Family's what it's all about. We do the channel as a family. I know that I do most of it, but Brains is doing animals. We love animals. We love geography and stuff like that there. And it ties in nicely. I'm going to bring a lot more Australian content out with Footy. But as I said, we will do animals. Australian animals being the key thing. And we'll no, but you never did Australian animals. You did an intro into Australian animals. What we're going to do is...
I done it. It was 22 minutes.
No, but you did a load of animals. What we're going to do is more detail on an individual animal. And the quokka, Dave. The quokka. Is that how you pronounce it, mate? The quokka. The world's friendliest animal. Everybody wants to get selfies with the quokka. So we'll do it. So you need to look up the selfie with the quokka.
Well, I can't even spell it.
Gold Coast playing shocking again.
When I look it up on Google, it
Gold
says
Coast,
Cracker.
Adelaide Crows. I think Adelaide Crows need to put a bit of a cricket score up against them. Oh, I wanted to mention on the cricket. The English beat you. Didn't see that one coming. I'm actually surprised England beat Australia. So they're against the All Blacks side. New Zealand in the final. I don't follow cricket. There's another goal. My word. The Saints. This has been a great second quarter for the Saints. Wow. Go New Zealand. I'm kind of thinking that myself, Dave. I worked with a couple of New Zealand lads in the army. They're quite intense people. The New Zealand people. They're nice people, but they're quite intense. I find them to be ready to go. I think they're worse than the Scots for that. They don't have as much chill as us, though. We have a lot more chill. We can take the piss out ourselves a lot more than New Zealanders. But I still back them against England, I think.
New Zealand started.
Love the haka. Love the haka. Oh my word, I've seen some beautiful hakas over the years. John Olomu's one on his funeral was incredible. I've seen the haka for wedding hakas, but the soldier's funeral as well. And then I think it was I've seen just loads of them, but so many good hakas. I quite like the other countries' ones as well. The Sippy Tau, obviously Tonga and Samoa have them. Fiji have them. Hawaii has one. Can't remember the name of it though. But really good sporting thing to see the haka though. It really is. And I love it when Australia stands in front of them. That's a massive rivalry in rugby. Gonna be the Rugby World Cup. Who do you think's gonna win the Rugby World Cup? I know this is footy and that's probably a swear word talking about rugby, but it is a great sporting event in the World Cup all the same. We've got a tough group. We have Ireland in it. I can't remember who. Shit. Anyway, no matter if Scotland or Ireland come first in our group, we either have I think South Africa or New Zealand. So second place will probably play New Zealand, and I think Ireland will probably come first and we'll come second. So we're out. We're not beating the All Blacks unless they have an absolutely shocking day at the office. But do you know what? I'm gonna actually I'm gonna get at you here, you Aussies. You did not deserve to beat Australia. Deserve to beat Scotland last time in the World Cup. It was never a free kick. Never. Do you remember? Scotland were leading and you won. Gave a poor decision and in rugby union they don't go back to the camera for decisions like that. It's not a rule yet. And they've changed the rule now to suit it because Australia got through. We should have played. Who was it he's played in the semi-finals? Argentina, and we would have beat Argentina and got to our first ever Rugby World Cup final. We still would have been slaughtered, mind you, against the All Blacks, but we still would have got to the final. We should have beat Australia. But anyway, that's sport. Bad decisions spoil games sometimes. But Australia probably are a better nation than us at rugby, but that would have been amazing for a small country like Scotland. But that's the same in Scotland. It's only the private schools. It's only the rich schools in Ireland and Scotland and England that play it. It's rugby league in England. But in fairness, rugby union's growing huge in Ireland and Northern Ireland. Massive, to be honest. Hi, Indonesian fans that are joining the channel. Union lost the last 4. Well, they didn't know that detail there, so that's quite surprising. As I say, I'm just mentioning all these. You do dominate rugby league. Very much so. Very much so. There's a couple of teams that I liked in England. I used to like the Leeds Rhinos. I don't know if you ever watch English League. There is a couple of good English teams in the rugby league as well. I've watched some of their league over the years, but there's not really anybody in Scotland. It's not a big thing, rugby league in Ireland. I think the best teams in the world come from Australia, though. Probably a few New Zealand teams in there as well. Don't know much if South Africa play it. That's quite an interesting question. Does South Africa play much rugby league? I'd imagine they do. South Africa are tanks. That is a dark horse for the World Cup this year. I wouldn't say a dark horse. Watch out for South Africa. Oof. Big team this year. Wales. I'm telling you, write Wales off at your peril. In the rugby union I'm talking about, World Cup. Miguel. Whoa. Go on then. You're wrecking my live stream. But back to the footy. This is distracting. In a good way though. It's buffering now. It's the time of the day. See if you go through the internet at 11, 12 o'clock. Starts to mess about. Andrew John played for Leeds. That rings a bell. Storm beat Leeds twice. Didn't know that. Some good teams like Warrington, Wigan, St Helens. I was going to say St Kilda there. So they're playing St Helens. They've got some good teams. Castleford. I think Hull Tigers. There's a couple of Hull teams actually, isn't there? Doing a good job here defensively, St Kilda. I've just been watching it there as the messages are coming through. Melbourne Storm. I'll have to check out. Somebody actually asked me to do rugby league. I know I'm doing a lot of footy being the religion of a sport in Australia, but I think I will do a couple of videos of rugby league because some huge teams there. Obviously GWS are behind enemy lines there playing footy behind enemy lines. Sydney supported by Russell Crowe. What do they call them in New South Wales? What's the Sydney team called again? Oh, my head's went blank here, man. I always do this on live streams because I'm talking about stuff I forget. But he actually owns them, I think, Russell Crowe. He's actually from New Zealand, but I think lived in Perth, or no, not Perth, Sydney, sorry. The Rabbits. Quite a rubbish name, the Rabbits. It doesn't sound very aggressive, does it? Queensland, round the East Coast down, yeah. Just watching that bit of play there, apologies for that. As I was mentioning, not Victoria, no, so just New South Wales and Queensland then, South Sydney. Is it big in Brisbane? Obviously, yeah, I know you're there, but they've got a big team, haven't they? Is it the Broncos? Brisbane Broncos? Maybe I'm wrong. I know they've got a big team anyway. You'll have to give me the name. I think it's Broncos. As I say, I'm not massive on Australian rugby league. You can give me the names there anyway when they pop up. I'll tell you, Yeah, I'm telling you something. I'm impressed with defensively by St Kilda here, and they've put the goals on the board as well. They're doing really, really well. The Cats, I tell you, this hasn't been good this last few weeks for the Cats. They'll be kicking themselves if they don't win this here. I'd imagine they'll show their quality and get through this the second half, but really credit to St Kilda though, rather than being too hard on the Cats, because they're battling at the back there. They're doing everything right. They've been strong in there. There's another one contested in the air. I think it was Brucey, aye. They really need to start turning possession into points here. They're getting the territory now, Geelong. They ran out there over the boundary line. I think they're starting to panic a little bit. Maybe I'm talking crap, but they do seem to be rushing themselves here now. Or they're being rushed. No goal in the second quarter, so there you go. Again, Bruce has won that. Lovely tackle. Fired up. They're really fired up for this. I'm enjoying it.
Can you take my kitchen?
No. Don't come in here with that. Emily, take her out down.
Can you take
No, where's your mummy?
Well, I'll paint them.
She's with the nail polish. Where'd she get that?
What are you doing?
Brisbane Broncos, aye. Thanks.
Where did you get that from?
I don't know.
Emily's bedroom.
Oh, well, don't be going into the nail polish anymore, okay?
Okay. I'm gonna paint them.
I'm gonna paint them and then you put it back in the drawer, please, Emily.
There's the warrior there, just taking a wee rest.
Somebody needs to do all the laundry, love. Just you sit there, I'll sort it out.
Can you hear that?
Oh, you rest yourself now. I know how hard you work.
I worked so hard for this channel. She's saying somebody has to do all the laundry around here.
It's not warm.
Matty Johns. So it's absolutely hilarious. Good advice, mate. I will actually look at it. I've probably seen some and not realised who it is. I watch loads of shows and it's hard to remember them all. I get requests for a lot of stuff like that, to be fair. That's not going to make it, is it? No.
That one.
Nice handball there, under pressure. He gets slammed over the out of play there. 39-35, so they've got a goal back, the Cats. I've not got that yet.
Hey, your toes. I'm fine, I'll do my toes. I love it.
Thanks very much, Sean. Good work. The Navy Blues.
No, don't wait. This one.
Oh, look at that. He's picked out a lovely pass there. Myers, what a goal that was actually. Swerved that right in from the right-hand side. Difficult kick, but nice bit of play. Composed pass over. And he's found that bit of space. And I thought he was actually going to play the pass there for the easier shot-out goal, but he's took it on, Myers, and he's scored a good goal there. He's a good wee player. He's got a bit of pace about him, acceleration. He's not a very tall wee guy either, is he? He must be a bit of a surfer in his spare time. You wouldn't have hair like that otherwise. There. Picked it up. Nice. Dink over the top of the pack there. You've seen him in it. I love that. I love that goal. Lovely goal. I'm always happy when Dave uses it. Yeah, United definitely more signings. They're. I'm not confident in them this season. Definitely not. Man United, that is for anybody who's wondering what I'm talking about. I think they're going to have much of the same season as last this year because of the lack of signings. I don't think Solskjaer's the man for the job. I really, really don't. He's not the man to turn it around. He was definitely the man to come in and put smiles on faces, get people feeling good, but he should have stayed interim and been replaced. I've got no doubt about that. The Cats getting that goal there is definitely something they needed just before half time, because there was a bit of a gap and they hadn't scored a goal in the second quarter. Kelly. There's Myers there. Nice bit of play there, just been wrapped up there and took down. Have they got it clear? Oh my God, he's missed the ball there. Bit of a scramble there. I say they haven't been. Nice bit of team play there. It is a bit of a hot potato in there. Bit scrappy. Good pressure from both sides, both trying to win the ball, fighting for it there. Quite a high intensity bit of play here. Both teams really going at it. Just want to see what happened. Did it come to anything? Andy McDonald tipping Woody playing footy. What is it? Tell your kids, tell your mum, tell your granny. It's absolutely mental, that song. Love it. Might do a reaction to it, but I'll speak to the guys, see if it's alright. Wouldn't want a copyright strike. I don't know if they're selling it or if it's just for a laugh, if they're trying to sell singles or downloads. I don't know what they're doing, so I'll try and speak to them and see can I do a reaction. Oh, great goal from Tipperary. I seen the goal, never saw the game. Lovely finish to that, isn't it, to get the win there. And I didn't predict it. And that's what they said. Telling you, the Bombers were going to do it. I was like, well, North Melbourne's probably been the most informed team going into that one. Although, as I say, so were the Bombers playing well. We're in the last couple of minutes now here for the Cats and St Kilda. Of the first half, that is. Are you watching? Why are you watching? Yeah, Bruno Fernandes. I seen they were in for Harry Maguire as well. That would be a good signing, actually, Harry Maguire. I do rate him as a defender. I think he's very good. But he's got a head like a freaking planet. What does the clock say on your screen? 1 minute 15. Froze that there as the balls just went out of play. I'll tell you when it goes back on now. Now the balls just went back in. So it's been buffering a little bit. You're starting a United fan channel, the Don. Very good. Here, I'll give you a shout out on my channel when you do it. For any fellow Manchester United fans that might be interested to watch your channel. 15 seconds behind. Wow. So we're actually better than I thought. I want to give a mention when it's just in the half-time break there for the last live stream I did for people. 37-39, so they've got it behind, and I imagine it will be the last point of the first half then. Yeah, that's it then. Get a green screen. See, a green screen, obviously, you know the quality of my videos aren't professional whatsoever. In the backside of things, they give you backgrounds. The green screen, it is something I will look into in the future doing, because it does improve the whole visual experience of the video for people watching. I think it's a good idea, mate. Definitely do it. I know people going at half time. Yeah, so half time when he releases this here. There you go. There's a siren. Half time. Got a brew. The Brens showing the Fremantle Dockers beer cooler. So I was gonna say Suns Crows. My word. Is that what is that in their game? What time are they in their game? Is it 3/4 time? Is it full time? I should actually be writing down some stuff here. I'm not writing down in my live stream, so. Sebastian Ross, disposals 12, contested possession 7, tackles 4, clearances 3, 1 inside 50. So I wanted to give a shout out to a few people on the super chat. My last super chat, I got my first super chat payments last. Was it, what day is this? I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. Sorry, I can't remember. I did my super chat and people did it. So a big shout out to them. You know who you are. I think Harvester Tone joined the live stream there. So I don't know if he's still watching, but thanks, mate. You donated on that. I really appreciated that. That was exciting actually, because I was like, didn't expect it. Don't know if you've seen my video for the gift that was sent as well. The Guernsey, those Guernseys are not cheap. The price of them, somebody says it's $150 for a Guernsey. That is incredible. So that was one of my friends from Scotland. He's a big Rangers fan. We used to be on the same Rangers supporters club from Dunfermline, going through to the games together. So he's living in Perth now. He sent the inflatable anchor, the wee beer holder, and the Guernsey. So that was fantastic. We'll have gifts coming to the channel as well. I'm going to be every gift. I'll do a video of opening up the parcel, and then you'll see my reaction to it. But I was absolutely stunned at the quality of the Guernseys. They're really good, thick material, really well made. I thought they'd be a little bit more lightweight than that, but they're a little like a rugby jersey for the Guernsey. But you know what I mean? For the quality, these are a different material, thinner material, lighter weight, but very impressed with the quality of the Guernseys. So I could see why they'd be a little bit more expensive as well. But that was a fantastic gift. I don't know if there's more Guernseys coming. Somebody did mention they were going to send some on Twitter. I have a Bulldogs fan, and he said red, white and blue like Rangers. You have to go for the Bulldogs. Everybody's saying I have to go for their team. I haven't got a team yet, but my plan, I was wanting to mention, this is why I'm getting to this point here, all the funds coming to the channel and gifts will be displayed. I'm looking somewhere down the line. I'll try and do something in my back garden, because I've got quite a good bit of space to get a kind of studio built and made up there. Maybe a better, if I can, a soundproofed one in the back garden. Get all the, as you were saying there to me, mate, the green screen, the lighting, better for live streams. Get the Wi-Fi out there, get electric out there, and have it really good, and have an AFL studio with all the merchandise that comes. Oh, thanks very much, darling.
It's built a little bit.
You never boiled the kettle though.
Sorry.
You like it. She likes it at drinking temps. I like it boiled. Depends on the Guernsey and the club. Aye. So no, but my point for the channel was a whole AFL theme, so representation from most clubs anyway. If whatever gets sent will go on display in the studio. That's the plan for it anyway. So as I say, I don't have a club as yet, and I do enjoy watching some teams more than others, but I don't actually support anyone as such. I'm just really enjoying the sport for its competitive nature, and all those gifts will be displayed. So we'll do a video of the gifts getting sent, of us opening them. The one that's been sent from the Geelong, our Geelong supporter, Melinda.
How long
We don't know. She's still waiting on a couple of items being delivered to her, and she's going to post it up. She showed me a sneak photo of it. I don't know exactly what it is, but I think it looked like clothing for the family. So there's 3 parcels she's ordered. Absolutely unbelievable, and that'll get sent soon as possible. I think she said. Navy blues from top to bottom in a couple of years' time. You never know, mate. I can't rule it out. I don't know. I do enjoy watching them, and they are an exciting team for the future. So, as I say, I'm enjoying being a neutral because I'm trying. I do feel that I'm giving as fair a review on games as I possibly can. It's not a case of a biased opinion, and I think you can see that in what I'm doing. Sometimes I do give criticism, maybe I wouldn't say harshly, probably fairly. There's teams that underachieve, that deserve like a bit of a kick up the arse. They'll get it, and then there's teams that don't turn up that deserve it. That should be turning up. And like the Dockers the other week there, that annoyed me that they crumbled so much in the derby. I expected so much more for that derby, and only one team turned up, and that was disappointing. That was very, very disappointing to watch.
Excuse me.
So
Wait, how many cups of tea have you had?
I've probably had about 5 cups of tea this morning, but that's because I was
I've only had
on the
one.
wine last night.
This is it. This
What?
is my cup of tea.
Who's your favourite team in the AFL?
I don't have one yet, but my favourite song is whatever.
Our favourite song's Port Adelaide, but she doesn't have a favourite team yet. But we do like watching the footy. The young one watches it.
She says she loves it.
You love the footy, yeah?
Huh?
Andy McDonald took on Woody playing footy. I just need to... I'll get that... I'll press the thing there, it's half time. Andy McDonald tip on Woody playing footy. Yeah. I just need ancestry DNA to work out exactly where my great grandfather fought in both world wars. Respect to him. You know what I think about that. So he was Scottish, maybe, was he? Was he Scottish? Did you say there? Didn't the things just went off there? Don't.
Scottish and Irish.
Don't. Yeah, Scottish and Irish. Don't climb up on that down. Come on down.
No, just like
Not everything's a climbing frame. At least she'll sit and we'll have a bit of banter together. She just wants to come in and grab everything. So, Scottish and Irish blood. I wonder whereabout in Ireland they were from, your family. Do you know? Do you know the exact locations? No?
The sad thing with DNA tests at the moment is just like
Sign away your rights to DNA. It's quite interesting. I know people that's done it and they've ended up with like Viking blood and all sorts of things.
Have we done DNA tests?
I've not done DNA. 23andMe. There's other ones, Ancestry.com. I've done a lot of that for digging back to the war side of things, family members that are in wars and stuff like that there. So Ancestry.com is a good one. And some genealogy one. I can't remember, but I don't know that one that you're talking about. Westmeath. Where's Meath then?
What?
Meath. Westmeath. Do you know how far?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure myself. He says you've got ancestors from there in Scotland. Westmeath. County Westmeath, yeah. Ireland, mate, yeah. You're down south there, you're in the Republic of Ireland, down in Westmeath. Northern Ireland has 6 counties. We're in County Armagh. The Dockers got beat today. Carlton beat the Swans. Oh, this is it. Adelaide Crows here. It's an absolute drubbing so far. There's young Eddie Betts rolling back the years. He's been getting criticism, to be fair, off his own fans, unwarranted. Can't believe it. The legend that he is in the game. That annoys me when fans turn on players, especially legends. They're quick to do it in all sports. It's not just exclusive to footy.
I need to go on the tablet and see something.
I'm off. Good night, Max Gorilla. Thanks for joining. So things to come on the show out with footy. Steve Irwin. We're going to do Steve Irwin. Greatest. Thanks, mate. I'll see you soon. Gold Coast are a shambles. I know it's not even their fault though. It's the actual governing body's fault for the Gold Coast failed project. I'm going to pay more and find out exactly where they came from. Have a family. What I mean. Oh, that was a good idea actually. Family together, Mirror Girl. I was going to say something to you and I've forgotten how. It was from another thing that we did. Yeah, the MCG one, that was your idea, so thanks very much for that. I forgot to mention you on that one.
Yeah! It says we're going live. I want to try do this. I want to try go on and see if it works.
Oh, you're on that live one? Are you? No, you're just watching it live.
Yeah, I'm just watching it live.
You won't be able to override me. She's on the tablet with my channel.
Yeah, you're actually looking straight at me on this.
I am looking at you.
I want to take a look.
She's got the tablet watching the live stream on the tablet. At least you'll get to watch it then. Hi. Oh, that's my other channel. That's the Dawn of World Sports. You're logged into my other account.
No, it's on the other account.
The Dawn of World Sports. Oh well, there's another view.
Yeah, I'm viewing you.
Donate. It's coming out of your bank account now. I'm only messing. You better not be donating.
No, I'm not.
She's hacking me. She's your channel supervisor. I know she's probably got more common sense than me, to be fair. She's on as the Dawn of World Sports, my other channel. I'm actually hearing myself through that tablet now on a delay. It's about 2 seconds delay and echo.
Yeah, it is.
Of course, I've heard of PAOK, PAOK in Greece. Unbelievable football supporters, incredible football supporters, really good. You have a basketball team as well, and the ultras in basketball is insane, mate. Thanks very much for that, Richard. I love the fact of my family, man. Awesome. I like getting the family involved. This did start out as a family channel, and I will always try and remain a family channel. I want to get my kids involved in their reactions to the AFL, particularly Brains, because she's actually got a keenness for the sport as well. We're going to do AFLW, aren't we? The women's. We're doing the women's AFLW. What are you talking about? The women's sport. We'll look into going and seeing. We've got a couple of female teams about 10 or 15 miles from us. Portadown and Dungannon have a women's team, so I want to check them out on the channel. If anybody joined the live stream and that there, I was talking about that. We're going to be featuring. You're going to have to turn that volume down. I'm hearing myself at about a 2 second delay in my ear. She's watching my live stream.
Well, there's no point. I can see.
Just talk on the if you want. Talk on the live stream. So we want to go. We're going to do. I'm going to take the family probably to the local AFL, the Irish AFL.
This is what I do.
Male and female. I'm going to cover whether a load of money should be spent exposing internationals to the AFL. Well, what's your feeling on that? I know that's a bit of a cop-out asking a question with a question, but like being new to the sport and an outsider of the sport, you spend money on the sport, going to your games or buying merchandise, etc., and you're putting money in. What's your take on it? Do you think they should try and spend money on increasing the attention of the sport worldwide, globally, pumping money into improving the game elsewhere, or do you think they should be investing more money locally just exclusively to Australia? It's not something, as somebody who's not spent money on the sport all throughout my life, I'd be interested in your idea of it. Thanks very much. You're going to watch Man United and watch the channel. Appreciate that, mate. I know America's actually getting a surprising level of numbers in of Aussie rules over there, which is very good. And I don't rate the NFL. I don't like American football. It's too commercialised. It's too stop-start. You have to change one team of opposition for defence. It's just not for me. Every bit of play's got an ad break, and it's not. There's Brains putting up, I like AFL on the Dawn of World Sports. That's good to see. So, the Donfather likes it because NHL. I actually like American ice hockey or Canadian NHL. I have liked ice hockey. I do like it. It is commercially run, most sports these days. They are going that way. It's quite sad to see they're losing the purity of the sport, and it's becoming all about that, which is a shame. Two stop start, exactly. Two stop start. There's no flow.
Okay,
That wouldn't surprise me. It will probably never be the size of that over there, but it wouldn't surprise me that they do attach themselves onto
I'm
it.
going to write a question down, and I want you to answer it.
Right. Okay. Keep it clean. I know what you children are like these days with your swear words.
No.
You're an absolute disgrace.
No. Okay.
I would never have swore at your age. Butter wouldn't melt. I adore Geelong and Liverpool. A Geelong fan. She won't say that, Dave. She's well drilled. She's well drilled and trained. As you say, footy in Australia is a religion, it's a way of life. That's what my club is to me here. And in my household. Where is your favourite part of Australia from the Dawn of World Sports? Nice question, Dawn of World Sports. I don't know, as I've not been to the country, but we do plan on Well, I can't actually answer that question. It's a good question. I'll be able to answer it once we visited. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. It's not fair to answer something I don't know enough about. Free jobs, feed his caught. All right, very good. That's a bit. Well, his mother fought tongue cancer. Right, that's a bit of an interesting story. Anywhere that isn't Tassie. Although it's different. It would probably be out of your way though to visit and then go there as well, wouldn't it? They should have a team in the AFL though. Get rid of Gold Coast Suns and get Tasmania their own team. The Tasmanian Devils probably they would be called, I'd imagine. Has to be Melbourne. It's going to be the city I'd probably be flying into, so I would probably spend a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks of the trip there. Adelaide and Sydney was. Obviously, you can appreciate the sheer scale and size of the country, so you're not going to be able to do it all in one trip. But Perth would be a second trip. East Coast, obviously, you're going up. I don't know. And it's something. The capital city never really appealed to me. I don't know why. What is it like as a capital? Do you enjoy the capital city of Australia? Is there much to do? But there's not many people who talk about it. So it wasn't really one of the places that jumped to my mind for low interest, low crowds, low profiles, low performances. NRL, A-League, AFL. There you go then. But for a sporting city, Melbourne's clearly number one in Australia. Probably one of the biggest sporting cities in the world because of the wide variety of sports that are played and held there. Obviously, tennis is huge. I love the Australian tennis players' response to getting beat off Nadal. I think a week ago in Wimbledon, he didn't hold back. I loved that. He just was honest. Not enough people are honest in sport. Yeah, I was aiming for him. Smacked him with the ball in the chest or aimed at him. I aimed for him. Stuff him. He's got a big bank account. He's won everything there is in the game. Jinkakia. Brilliant. Adelaide, no one likes them though. Geez, Melbourne have averaged 450,000 per match combined. Wow. So I actually am planning on visiting Adelaide because there's a couple of reasons. I have a lot of people from Adelaide been funding the channel, so I owe it to them. Plus, I would love to be able to get there for the showdown. It's got a great stadium down there, and I've been promised to be shown round, generous to the channel as well. She's going to show us round. Plan on meeting up with people on the channel as well. So if I do visit the city, or if you know we're coming over as a channel, you can also come and come to the games. We can get something sorted, you know. So hopefully the people will be able to do that, even if I can't make it to your local area. But that's certainly something we want to do. Perth will be possibly a second trip because of the sheer size of Australia. It's enormous. But people want to go out to Uluru and stuff, but it's so out of the way, isn't it? It's such a vast country that I'll be going for the sports side of things probably more than the tourist side of things because, well, we're underway the third quarter here. I forgot to mention that, 8 seconds in now.
I think Kilda's winning.
Why do you talk AFL soccer should be talk because you don't know much? Not sure who said that. Good question. Maybe you say I don't know much, but I appreciate that comment. I'm learning as much as I possibly can to give better content for everyone. Why do I not talk soccer? Because if you're from the UK, everyone talks soccer, and I would just be one of many. There's no originality there. Plus, I love the sport. I love the AFL. I love Aussie rules. It's a great sport. Very, very competitive. I'm trying to learn as much about the sport, players, teams, etc., history. So you might think I don't know much now, but I can assure you and I can promise you that my knowledge will grow. And you'll be surprised. I'll surprise you with that comment. Are you a Freo fan? No, not a Freo fan. I got sent some stuff from a friend who lives in Perth, some Fremantle merchandise, and I also have loads of other merchandise coming to the channel from other teams fans. So it's going to be, there's going to be a representation probably in my household from a lot of different AFL clubs. Without a visit to the MCG, yeah, well that's probably going to be, yeah, definitely happening. But I don't know who will be playing. We won't be visiting during some comments here.
Who likes me?
You, me, everyone.
Me. Look at the two doggies.
I live in Northern Ireland, which is United Kingdom, so yes, mate, I do, yep.
Daddy, what's that? What is that?
That's a beer holder.
It's a beer holder.
Anzac Day, if we come to Australia, I don't think it would suit.
We're going to Australia.
There you go. Are we going to Australia?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
Then we're going to ice to Holly.
I know it, but I don't watch it. I can't go into the reasons why. It's just difficult here. You have to understand the country we live in. So that's the answer to your question. I didn't see who answered that. I'll say your name. You asked me a question there, but I can't go into why. It's a difficult situation here for that. The sports reporter. Yeah, you can understand that entirely then. Notoriously, the community I live in, or people of my community, would not watch that. That's why I don't do videos on it. You only got one video, kind of, with the international rules, but it's just the way that the place we live in, so that's just kind of how that is. Yeah, exactly. Perth Glory versus Manchester United. Good spectacle for Perth Glory fans. I'd imagine it's probably going to be a young team for Man United, is it? I'm not too sure who's all playing. They'll probably try to get minutes into their players' legs. I would imagine they'd win. For Perth Glory, there used to be an ex-Rangers player managed them, Ian Ferguson. He still lives in Australia. He is an absolute legend of Rangers Football Club. Probably one of the biggest, most fiercest Rangers supporters that ever played for the football club, Ian Ferguson, and he managed Perth Glory, I believe. And I think he still lives there as well. So as I say, you don't get a bigger Rangers man than him. I hope Perth can do it. It'd just be nice to see them do it. How's tricks, buddy? Just talking about Ian Ferguson, True Blue 72. We're good. I was talking about Perth Glory. Ian Ferguson, probably the biggest ever Rangers supporter, most staunchest Rangers supporter. I think managed them as well, didn't he? And he's been living out there since. I would have loved to have seen him come back to the club in some capacity, but he's obviously living life out there. And who blames him? Who could blame him? So we're good. I'm doing a live stream of the game. We're playing Geelong Cats, St Kilda. St Kilda's doing alright. They're sitting with a 4-point lead here right now. I haven't really paid much attention to the third quarter, so apologies for that. Geelong is now in front, so they've just scored. No, not there. I'm a bit behind you then. 2 quarters.
How long what was that mean?
Probably about half an hour. 40 minutes
Hoover, clean.
for a live stream. True Blue 72, I've just got a message. Rangers are delighted to confirm the signing of Philip Hilander from Bologna, defender. I think he was probably in and around the £4 million mark we've signed him for. He just came through, just announced Rangers have signed Philip Hilander, Swedish international, central defender that is. Brilliant sign. I'm quite delighted with that. We're spending a bit of money again. Feels good. Feel good factors back. So there you go. Yeah, just message through Twitter right there. It comes to my watch. So I've just seen that there. Brilliant signing. Well, hopefully anyway. And there's a goal from the Cats. They took the lead 43-41.
Who do you want to win?
I actually don't mind who wins, but I did predict Geelong Cats, but my predictions are now done for. My coupon that was put on for me by Dylan's now done. And that was thanks to the West Coast Eagles not turning up. Getting beat off the Pies. I do see his tweets, but I don't actually follow him on my thing. Never knew that. I never knew she had it in.
You're cleaning that up.
I never knew she had it in. We've been looking forward.
Everywhere.
Good call. Good call. That's what I try not to do on my channel. But yeah, I get the messages through Twitter because whenever they send a message, it gives me an alert. I've got it down for alerts on the football club, so when something comes through, I get my message through. Trying to get the the kick off there. Got it off, but into nobody there. Oh, a bit of a mongrel straight out the field of play. Good pressure from St Kilda. Correct, mate. Nice comment. Sports reporter there. 60,000 in Perth. Wow. Carlton beat Sydney. I'm so happy. I'd say so. I didn't predict it, but it doesn't surprise me. He's going for the shot at goal here, I think, by the looks of it. I think he's asked for the 30.
I'm not going to 30.
Do you just want to go out and play?
No. No.
You're going to be grumpy. She was up late last night. Till about, what, 11 o'clock? Half 11?
No. Was it that late?
Aye, they were up to about half 11 last night, that's why. Karen, the Blue Boys. Is he going to get this? No. Not got the angle or the accurate the distance. It's knocked over for a behind there. 43-42, very close game. Second quarter, St Kilda definitely won the second quarter very well, and then I'm getting a couple of messages through. Bombers win. That was a good win there. I've tipped Carlton every week since 1995. Well, if you support them, you're going to do that. An Indigenous welcome to Perth for Man United. That's quite cool. Dangerfield. They're charging everything down here. They're defending for their lives here. It's away for it behind. Marshall is playing. He's a goat. He's not really done much for them, I don't think, Marshall. He's definitely got ability. I think he should be doing a lot better than what he does. Thanks for my team. I would take him at Rangers right enough. He's a good player. I just don't think I don't know if it's the way the managers that he's played under have tried to play the game. I'm not too sure, but he's not really had the impact he should have. Rangers couldn't afford him exactly. Out of our price range. But tell you what, go for goal here. A spare 80 million, maybe today's prices, and he's not worth that price tag, that's for sure. But you would get that price tag from, but I personally wouldn't pay it.
Your box? You get yours after you finish your toast?
St Kilda are digging in, I'll tell you, you've got to give them credit for it. Gary Ablett Jr.'s hurt there, he seems to be limping in behind the scenes there. He was on the bike. Looks maybe a lower leg injury. £5,000 wages a week. That might not actually be a bad shape for Gold Coast. They might get fans. Change their name as well, because I'm not digging the name. I'm just going to go with the Tasmanian Devils. Why not? I know you've got the Demons Melbourne, but it's just it. So True Blue 72, if you watched any AFL since I did my live stream a few weeks ago and you were talking, obviously the Bulldogs, red, white and blue, he says that was your team. I says they play in red, white and blue. They're quite a physical team as well. They've got some good players. Actually on a bit of a surge of late. And in 2016 they went on and won it out of the blue. Just nobody seen them. They just kind of started winning games out of nowhere and just found their way up there and went and won it. So anything can happen. But I wouldn't expect it to happen. I know. Still, I don't know if you really understand it in highlights until you actually watch a live game, because the commentators on the channel's quite good at explaining what's happening. And then all the stats they give you is really good for helping you learn as well. Fine, once you learn what the stats mean, you start to see it yourself without needing any help. This one's on BT Sport right now. BT Sport 1. Oh, that was nice there. Credit where it's due to St Kilda here, by honest. I keep finding myself saying that, but even when they've been territorially, they've been held back in their own defensive 50 here, and they've forced turnovers. They've forced the Cats to kick some poor kicks and rush decisions. Quite surprised at the way the Cats are playing, to tell you the truth. They seriously are lacking confidence. I think that's what the key is here. Yeah, well, look, Shane saying they're fighting for their coach's career. They're doing a good job today. Last week as well, they were unfortunate. It was at the Kangaroos they played. I think the Kangaroos just showed that bit of quality in the last quarter or so to put them away, but they battled the whole way through. Like, a grinding game. That's a good word to use for it. That's exactly what seems to be happening here. Dark Show. They're playing in Perth. So for my review, I'm obviously going to do watch all the highlights of the games I missed. I'm disappointed I never got to watch the Bombers one earlier, and the Carlton one as well. Obviously that wasn't available. But for those games, I watched my highlights, do a little bit of reading about the games as well, go through the club's pages on all the social media sites, and get a gist of who performed well. And I'll do my Monday review, possibly in the car as usual. I like doing that, the AFL car chat. I really get into it as well. But as I said, I'm gonna say dinner. Very good, cool. I'm gonna. So what I was gonna say was on St Kilda, I'm gonna give them credit regardless of the outcome here, because they've seriously battled. The second quarter they were impressive. They've battled in this third. They've kept the scoring down, which is testament to how well they've played in their defensive 50, rushing, making Geelong rush, make poor decisions, earning turnovers, and as I said, just ultimately keeping Geelong's scorecard down. You need AFL streaming TV for $100. I get it. AFL's actually on UK TV. You can watch it on satellite if you have BT TV. If you can get internet, the American Fox, or if you can get Australian Fox, which I've been struggling to get this last 2 weeks for some reason. The Fox in America has not been showing it for the last 2 weeks, which I'm disappointed about. Here's Dangerfield going for goal. He's got it. You'd expect him to get it as well. I think they needed connecting. Did my connection go down there? I'm live. If you did miss it, what I was going to say was Patrick Dangerfield's just scored a goal there. They've needed that goal. Two teams. So people are watching the Man United game as well. Yeah. But Patrick Dangerfield just got a vital goal for the Cats. I think they needed that in this third quarter to give them a little bit of confidence. Yeah, AFL. I did have AFL. One of my friends on the channel now, Dylan, who's obviously been real good help of mine, and he was the one that paid for my predictions. He went to the bookies and put a punt on for me at the bookies. For my 9 predictions that I did, I was lost straight away on Friday night, so I'm disappointed about that. But he actually paid for my live AFL, watch AFL, and I was watching. You can get every single game on that, which is an unbelievable app. I really enjoyed it. I've stopped doing it now when I realised that BT show the games, but for the games that I have missed, I kind of wish I still had it. So I might look into getting it myself somewhere down the line. To be fair, if American ones aren't going to show it. Come on out of there. Come on out of there.
No.
1 second. I'm going to knock things down.
No!
There's a ball.
I don't want a ball. I don't want a ball.
Oh, do you need your bed?
No. I don't make my bed. I'm done.
The next live stream with a game will be the grand final, I think, because it needs to be Boss Baby free.
Doesn't she? Just adds character.
She adds character to it. It wasn't, to be fair, it was Sarge that knocked the camera over earlier. Boss Baby hasn't actually knocked it over.
She's just been shaking it. I don't want a ball.
I don't want the ball. I don't know. You need a sleep, I think.
What ball?
I don't want
That ball that says get a ball.
You just want to annoy everybody, do you? Do you just want to annoy everybody? Yes, you do.
Most people don't have to come play this game with me.
Don't play with Emily.
It's a family friendly game, that's true. She's fine. It's a family friendly game.
Get up and say hello to everybody.
You want to say hello?
No? Say hello in the camera.
She was up to about 11:30 last night. Can someone answer my question? What was your question? Liam, what's your name? And you've got quite a strange name there at the top, the way it goes across. I think it's Liam. 2010 grand final draw. I will have to check it out. I need to do a few grand finals, to be fair. Kids got to be kids, you're right, Dave, that's it, isn't it? That's through. Lovely goal there. Right out near the boundary as well. That's 2 vital goals back to back now for them.
Get you, Emily, with them.
Gold Coast getting Eddie Betts back into form. I think the Crows needed that victory after. What happened to her?
He jumped right off the thing.
Careful, you're tired.
Come here, what
Be
happened?
careful, you're tired. She's jumping off sofas.
Oh, dear.
It's because she wanted me to chase her.
Where?
As I was saying, 2 vital back-to-back goals now for Geelong, coming into the last 7 minutes or so, and we're 4.5 minutes to go now, but I think it was about 7 minutes to go. They got the first one, and then they just scored another one. 56-42 to the Cats. All that defensive hard work, they're getting a bit exposed now. Maybe they're getting a wee bit tired now. St Kilda, they're not been getting out. I'm not sure when it actually starts time-wise. Finishes the end of September. The grand finals, I think, the 28th, is it, of September this year. Just a pure system versus system. A lot of sports are doing that. Very, very tactical. March, September, there you go. So it starts in March, finishes in September. Good question, actually.
You're only out of the bath.
I was watching it from Anzac Day. That was the first. Well, I watched the highlights of that. I never watched it live.
I need to check your pasta. I'm checking your pasta.
Brucey. Oh, I thought he had it there. It would be like a soccer type goal there. He's kicked it. It wasn't Bruce, it was, who is that? It looks like him. The moustache and the mullet. St Kilda special. He's just stabbed that one out of the ruck again. No fights in this game. No scrappy stuff really. I've not seen anything physically violent or anything. Myers, the edge. Oh, he's just threw it up into the hands of the St Kilda lad. Saturday, yeah, I thought I read it was the 28th of September, the final. I'm going to get that through the satellite, I think, for the live stream. That'll be a good plan. Need to build up hopefully build up the audience as well by then. People watch it with me. There should be hardly any time difference in. I'm talking 2 or 3 seconds if I watch it through the satellite. No, it's in October. I thought it was September. Oh, we've battled for that one there. Who's got it? Play it on. I do watch the front bar actually. I quite like it. I like the setup there. It's quite relaxed. They take the piss out of each other. They're taking pints and everything. Sports reporter. I'm not sure about him, to be fair, the guy that they've signed from Villa. Turazebe, is that how you pronounce him? Don't know enough about him. Yeah, it has been the last Saturday of September, that's what I thought. So it must be the Saturday, the last Saturday. Oh! He was on loan at Villa. Rangers are actually playing Marseille in a friendly today. Are you going, True Blue 72, if you're still here? Are you going to the game today? Wan-Bissaka starting on the bench. Oh, I think he'll be a good signing. A bit more of a physical player there as well. Stand to watch a little bit more. We're into the last minute now of the third.
Dinner time.
Dinner time?
Yeah.
What are you having? You having some lunch?
No. I'm having chicken balls.
Chicken balls?
No, we're having pasta.
Pasta?
No, we're having chicken balls.
Hey Sammy!
No, we're having
Working today, couldn't make it.
chicken balls.
St Joseph's, oh good man. Hope you enjoyed that game, should be about 5 or 6. The Hawks done well, I think they needed it, you know. The Dockers are going through a really bad patch just now here. But a good one for the Hawks, that's two back-to-back now wins. As I say, they've needed that. I mean, they were good as well, yeah. They missed the first half of it. I put it set my alarm for 4:10 and fell back asleep and got up at 6:30. Came down the stair, got a coffee and put it on. So, yeah, that'll be good. You'll enjoy that game. I think it needs to be a bit of a convincing scoreline as well. Get a bit of confidence into the goal scorers. Keep the clean sheet. Wait there, Dan. Do you watch Mrs. Brown's Boys? I don't really like it, the humour of it. I don't know why. It's not like Father Ted or ones like that from the past. It's not for me. It's just I don't know why I never took to it. I don't know why. Geelong Cats 56, St Kilda 43, 3/4 time. They needed that quarter, the Cats. No, Rowan Atkinson, no, he's not in that there. He's a legend, but still game, definitely. It's a Scottish one. Still game, kind of similar setup there. Dinner. Kind of similar setup. Still games, a Scottish comedy show. There's quite a few in Scotland actually as well over the years. My favourite one's obviously going to be, what's that? Rabsy Nisbet. Unbelievable. Pure drink involved as well. That's what you want to see. Three banners. Geelong. One cut. As a coach St Kilda, I always felt we would be. Not a lot of people happy with the Freos coach just now. Got a few Freo supporters on at the start of the live stream, and who are your favourite comedians? Billy Connolly. I loved Lee Evans. They two would probably be my stand-up comedy favourites. I've seen Roy Chubby Brown live as well. He was a bit rough on it, which was funny. Johnny Vegas, I liked his shows years ago. Stand-up, who else did I see? Like I seen Billy Connolly live. He's really ill now with the. I saw Billy Connolly in Geelong. He's fantastic. He's fucking brilliant. Frankie Boyle needs a special mention. He is as rough as a badger's arse as well. And some of the stuff he comes out with, really brutal stuff. I've went off him a bit though. I don't know why. Hey pal. So what do you think of the game here? Is Geelong going to wrap it up now? St Kilda's going to get tired. You'd imagine they'd go and get it done. I don't know Jim Jeffries that much. The Australian comedian who used to sing all the time, Tim Minchin, is it? He was always funny, like quite liked him. He used to sing more than do stand-up. He used to do funny songs. So it was. Probably more people watching this game now, watching Man United game now than watching the Geelong St Kilda. I'm not sure if Tim Minchin myself what's going on with him. He's mental. I think he's just totally eccentric, isn't he? He's definitely a strange human being, but he's funny in a weird way. Not Mitchell, Minchin. King Dylan. Hi King Dylan, there's another person that donated money through the super chat the other day. Thanks very much for that, I really appreciate it. Do I think Morelos will be off? I hope not. I hope not. I like him, and I don't think if we sell him now we're going to get the money that we could get from. I think he needs to grow up. You know yourself what I'm talking about, disciplinary wise. But if we can keep him on the field to play for longer in big games, and he scores goals in these games, he'll put his valuation up. There's no denying he's going to go eventually, but he can't go yet. We'll never get the valuation that we should get from him. I think he's a quality player. If he does go, we'll sell him for less than what we should. And you know what? How are we going to replace 30 goals in a season? So, unless we get Roof in with the money, I think he will score goals, but I don't know. Alex Ferguson books he's an absolute legend of the game. Of course, he's a Rangers man as well. Yes, that's it. Like, I think Morelos, he gets an awful lot of stick in Scotland. The media are quick to shoot him down, and unfairly, really unfairly. I think it's because he's a foreign player. If he'd been a young Scottish player, they would have probably defended him a little bit more. And if he hadn't played for Rangers, he probably would have got a lot more defence in the media as well. He probably wouldn't have been sent off anywhere near the amount of times if he wasn't a foreign player and if he didn't play for Rangers. I do believe that. But he certainly needs to grow up as well. He doesn't help himself. He does silly things. But this could be, if we keep him, this could be a season to show everyone and prove everyone wrong about how good he is. I want to keep him.
I want to keep him.
You want to keep Alfredo?
I want him to stay.
You want him to stay as well? Alex Ferguson, yeah, probably is the greatest manager of all time, but the longer Guardiola's in the game, I'm sure he'll probably leapfrog it with success in the Premier League. It's incredible what that guy's doing at Manchester City.
I like a dinosaur.
You like dinosaurs? She likes dinosaurs. I don't know if she's talking about Alex Ferguson. I like the dinosaur. Brilliant. Did I get pasta there?
Just plain pasta.
No, there's nothing on it. Have I got some?
There's some written
I
pasta.
like it.
Put some salt in it.
I like the cactus rider.
You like a
Crocodile.
crocodile? Oh well, there you go. She likes crocodiles as well. I love dinosaurs.
I like babies.
Crocodiles are like living
No.
dinosaurs. He does rely on money, Guardiola, but one thing I do like about what he does with his money is he buys players that can perform in his brand of football, his style of football, and he's very much made the guys that were already there at City and the players that he signed in buy into the way he plays, and he'll accept nothing other than a great performance. Even when they win, he's going mad at them. So I like his attitude on that. There, he demands success. So there's a winner in there. You know, there's a winner in him. Crocodiles don't climb trees like American bear. Yeah, Man United have more fans. There's no denying that. I mean, Manchester City are a terrible football club history-wise. If you talk about the football team and the football team only, they're unbelievable. But I absolutely despise what's happened in football in terms of them being a big team now. When you talk about Rangers, we're way bigger. We're up there with Man United and Liverpool. Maybe not as big as them, but I'm talking about global franchise, global brand. Everybody knows who we are. Simply, it's a way of life in Scotland. And as I say, we've supporters clubs all over the world. Manchester City don't.
I like the snail.
You like snails? Oh, very good. I think snails.
And the field. On the field.
In the field.
Yeah. The spiders are there on the field. The spiders on the field. That's right, babies. I said babies.
Elsie.
I'm quite surprised I'm doing Aussie rules footy and I'm getting more soccer chat, and it's not from me, it's from Australians. Strange. Yeah, I would agree with you, True Blue 72. We probably are, fan base wise, probably third to them. I would agree with that. Bigger than Arsenal, Chelsea, fan base wise, they can't compete. I'd put Celtic fourth actually above them as well.
What did you want? I like a white one.
Everybody knows the rivalry, yeah, they do. It's a massive derby, isn't it?
Dirty. I like that one. That one.
Where did you get that? Should be right there, Emily.
Do you want that one?
So in your number.
Daddy, what do you want?
Oh, careful. True Bill, that does actually happen. That does happen, True Blue 72. Does.
7, 2, 67, 8 times.
Which,
46, 37, 3.
you know the score, you don't use that word in this channel. Quite a slow start to the fourth. 4 minutes in, roughly. Really low scoring game here as well. Nobody. I think my favourite quarter has been the second quarter, where St Kilda put a real push on.
I like snail.
You like snails? Do you like snakes?
Mm-hmm.
Do you like football?
I like no.
Arzani, aye, that lad. He plays for Melbourne, doesn't he? Melbourne Football Club. Signed for Manchester City, I think. True. Western Australian teams have to travel every second week. They're travelling in the AFL is an enormous amount. There should be a straightforward kick here for goal. Ma.
Daddy.
That was horrendous. That was an awful kick, by the way. Crows up by 99. That's beyond a joke. It's good for them, obviously, but that scoreline's ridiculous. Up by 99 points. Oh! He's made up for it with an absolutely outstanding mark there. Really good. The Cat's putting a bit of a push on now. He should have scored that other one though. That was shocking. If he misses this, get him off. Just in front of the goal square. Cannot miss. Surely not. If he misses, he's going to feel my wrath of the rant. I would score this. I'll see if he misses, but I tell you. He's done it. Bets with 4. He's only got 4 in that. I'm quite surprised he's only scored 4. Victorian teams do kind of have it a little bit easier in terms of travel, don't they? They really do. For the teams from Western Australia, they're really having to put in a lot of travelling. It must actually affect them tiredness-wise. Travelling. And fans, it's not very practical for the fans, but look, it's part of the game. What can you do? I would agree with that. I think Bet should be sitting on 6 or 7 goals and a 99-point margin. That was a great take for the mark anyway. He scored the goal there, so we're sitting at 63-44 to the Cats. They've got up, they're pinning them back here, but they've won that centre clearance there as well. He's missed it, Myers.
Did you drop it?
I'm enjoying that. Where's my ball?
In the thing still.
Come and get me some, put some salt on it.
Okay.
Thanks, pal. Oh, yes, yes! A wrestling match now. Everybody's getting on. Get it off the umpire and just let us see. This is what we want to watch now. Yes. Started to get a wee bit animated there. Like that. First time of the match too. The Cats are going to win. Do you want to come and say who you think's going to win? Come and say it then.
Cats.
Come and say it. They can't see you. Say who you think's going to win. Come on over. Who do you think's going to win?
Cats.
The Cats. Yeah, well, I predicted they'd win. And they're looking like it now. There's a salt on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh, bro. Now,
I'll see you someone whose team will get it before everybody.
should be a bit of pasta. I had a question about the 12th there, I think. Yeah, we were in Tandragee, it was good. We went through Tandragee for it, mate. It was a good day out. I put some photos up on Twitter, Facebook, and
And the bonfire thing?
the bonfire as well the night before.
Bonfire was good.
Pasta. I'm eating pasta. And they're helping me.
Yeah, it's actually Elsie's time eating.
Real men drink out of frozen mugs. And Minnie Mouse mugs. And flowery mugs. I've got 3 mugs down here. Mrs. Always Right mugs. What else have I drank out of in the past? I'm always drinking out of women's mugs. Mummy mugs and everything.
Mug.
A dog mug.
Yeah.
You can bring them in so I can wash them.
Oh, you're supposed to come to NI, mate. Where you're going to go to Belfast? Belfast probably better for the bonfires and stuff like that there. But the biggest 12 is in County Armagh where we are. It gets about 20,000 people going to it every year. It's actually got the most lodges as well, so. It was a good day. I got sunburnt behind the clouds. I do not know how I've done it. Like, nose is all red. Forehead. It was hardly a sun in the sky. I've still managed to get it. Scarva today, which is the 13th every year as well. 13th's a big day here, but we never went. I've got quite a lot of friends going to it though.
No.
There you go, St Kilda, where I go? Just as I've lifted my head up. They're not over yet, is it? 11 minutes to go, only 13 points in it, a couple of goals. Keep believing. Yeah, so I was going to say, I put photos up. I don't know if you've seen it on Twitter. I actually live stream on Twitter. But I took the actual live stream down after it was, no, instead of having it posted up. It was just if you were watching it live, I had it up for people. But what else did I do? I put them on all my social media things anyway. Belfast was the plan. Londonderry and the second Saturday of August. That's a good one. You like it? It's a good day. I would actually be. It would actually not be AFL Scotland. It would be AFL
Scotland.
Ireland. Our local team would be Belfast, but Ireland's the governing body. Like the AFL Ireland's the governing body of it. I think. I don't know if I'll play, but I'm definitely featuring them on my channel. I'm going to go and do a video log of it and report and put all the details down for you, so you'll get to see it from Australia. Going to go around the females ones as well. Hopefully, here we go. Geelong should score here. There, did he miss? He's missed. Is there any more of that pasta, Dan? Dan?
No, that's all of it.
No more. Melbourne Storm won, done. Cool. Sweet. Who's your favourite football team? Say it loud. He's your favourite player? McGregor's your favourite. Who else do you like? Tavernier and Morelos. McGregor, Tavernier and Morelos is our favourite
Well, I
player.
don't really like Morelos.
You do like Morelos? He's your favourite. Carlton's our favourite. We're talking about the football. Rangers fishing. Most kids play multiple sport. Don't go up there, Dan. Knock the camera over. You talk multiple sports. Australians are a multi-sport nation, though. They're really good at everything, I think. And I know that their teams there are getting a little bit better as well. The players that are going over there to play, and then the money that's in the game now as well. Gary Ablett. Lovely kick. He's done it, eh? You know when somebody like him steps up to kick it from that sort of angle that you've got a chance of scoring a goal. Gary Ablett Jr. with a lovely goal from the left pocket there. Curled it in with his right foot through the sticks. Absolute legend.
What type are they? Rockies. Okay, Rockies.
Can 70-50 now. 9 minutes to go. What's the score? Yeah, 70-50 Cats. Nathan Ablett. No, but I forgot about that. Nathan Ablett to check him out. Going away. Alright, mate. Have a good day. Enjoy your work if you can. Thanks for watching. We are let people out.
Bye.
That's one of them going. AFL is viral. It's doing well. It's grown big time. We still have a salary cap in the AFL, which I think is a great idea. It keeps Gary Ablett Jr. again just picked it up off the ground, just in front of the goal square, turned it over the shoulder, bang! It. You know what I like about the way he kicks? He kicks it high, never in doubt, absolutely rifled that one there. And see, when you need somebody to step up, and you've got somebody like that in the team, do not write that guy out. What a legend of the sport. Geelong needed this one. St Kilda have been fighting. It just, I think it's maybe just a little too much now in the last quarter. The Cats just have too many good players. And with the Eagles losing, Collingwood losing last week, winning against the Eagles, that and the Cats now winning, I think that's probably about an 8-point gap at the top of the ladder, isn't it? So this has been a good weekend for them. They've needed it. Oh, it's in again. It's in and around the area again. Still having to try and deal with Saints. They're battling here. The ball's on the ground. Just take. He's run it behind. Gary Ablett was appealing for something there, but they're piling on the pressure now. The Saints are really struggling. Sloth. Yeah, they're great. See you doing right, Rob. Thanks very much for joining the live stream. I'm probably going to go straight after the live stream. I'm not going to hold on too much longer after it. Myers. He's curled it just past the post there for a behind. They're looking deadly now. I think, no, it is. I just think St Kilda's getting really tired now.
Tap one. Tap one. 7.
Crows by 106. That is ridiculous.
Yay! 78 and 50.
They're spent. Yeah, they need to go. Is that the 12th defeat in a row for them?
Cats are going.
And it's not just defeats. It's absolute annihilations.
Cats are going to win.
The other game.
No, look, for the name.
This game's about 7 minutes, or 7.5 minutes.
I never usually
28-point margin now. I can't see it being overturned. They would really need to get a goal now. Oh, yes! Brucey's made the mark there, just in front of the goal square out in Hannes. I said they need to, they really need to get a goal here. Here's Bruce for a goal. His third goal of the game. He's doing well this last couple of weeks, isn't he? They've unfortunately going to find themselves probably in 2 defeats. St Kilda, eh? They're probably going to have went down 2 weeks in a row, but went down with a fight. I quite like that. Quite a spirited performance anyway.
Can sloths kill you?
Don't think so.
No, I think they're harmless. Because they have big chickens.
Big shit nails.
Yeah, but that's only to hold on to train.
Koalas can hit you.
Yeah.
Can be quite aggressive.
If you annoy them.
You're 1 minute behind in the AFL. It did buffer a couple of times there, so it's maybe delayed me a little bit more than what it was at the first half of the game. Geelong on the attack again. Lovely play from Myers. He's just left the man in his way and he's rushed his shot and put it completely wide. No, it wasn't Myers. I thought it was Myers. I just seen the hair. He's got a bit of an afro, the lad. Young player anyway. I'm not sure who that was there. Dangerfield. Has anybody got a few jars on them yet? Not that far behind, mate. They kicked the last 3. Ablett's took it there right on the right hand boundary line. He has stepped it up in this last quarter. He's just shown you into the quality of the man. He just finds space for himself, and you know that he's going to make the mark, and I think he's going to kick this. Oh no. Is it behind? Did it go wide? I don't know, yeah. Sometimes on the camera angle can make it look funny if it went through or not. He must have missed it. Of the last 10 years, I reckon he's... Was it Lee Matthews says he was the best? Tom Hawkins, Gary Nathan Ablett, Bedbridge. That's interesting. A bit of a family club there, history-wise. It never even went out. It's still in play there. He's kicked that and it's curled so far left it actually stayed in play. Oh, yes, lovely take there. He shanked it. An absolute. Straightforward goal there. 84-56 now. Just counting the time down now, isn't it? Looks like a good win for the Cats. Which was expected, I think, but St Kilda can take a lot away from this game. The Cats haven't been convincing in the first half, really at all. But a lot of credit to Sid's defensive performance today. They've battled. In front of goal, they've been good themselves. Set shots, etc. Brucey making marks. Really enjoying his play this last couple of weeks. But the quality now in this last quarter for the Cats is starting to shine through. Particularly Ablett. Myers has had a good game. He's looked good, hasn't he? When Dangerfield gets the ball, I don't know the disposals and everything from their midfielders. I'm not sure, as I've been watching back and forward, the stats on that there, but I'm sure there's been some fantastic midfield battles in this game, but the Saints can hold their own in there the day. I think they've done well. I'm not sure there'd be much between them in terms of that. I think that is what I've been reading a lot. They do dip this. The last 9 years they've been poor after bye weeks, which is strange. Something that they really need to start improving. Oh, lovely play.
Mom, get your clean pants on. Come on.
Go. Can't see. Stop that. You need your bed.
No, I don't. I don't want to go to bed.
Come on, put your pants on then. Pretty flowery pants. Come on then. Do you want to go and lie in Mum's bed?
So.
Do you want to come play with Danny? No.
The ticks are the wins and the underscores of the names were my predictions so far this weekend. And this game's looking like a Geelong Cats win. So I've got 1, 2 right. This will probably be the third one this weekend in my predictions. 50-50 then. 6 games, 3 right, 3 wrong predictions wise. Shows you how hard this sport is to predict. The North Melbourne Essendon one was really, really difficult. I didn't see Carlton beating Swindon. Hello. And West Coast, Collingwood have obviously done well there. Tough round for predictions. It does feel that way. Every round seems tough for predictions. I want a week where I can go boom and get it right, but very hard. But that's just the basic way I put down my thing for my prediction sheet and then give you all the details of that. Stadiums, positions on the table, last 5 games of performances, based on form, day round, simple as that. But obviously it's all mental as well, memory. what I will start introducing is obviously margins of victories. So the last 2 weeks, were the teams tight, the games tight for each team, or if say somebody's got 2 wins, but the wins were against Gold Coast, you can't say that's good form. So things like that, adding for that into my predictions, going into further detail to try and improve my predictions and actually hopefully getting some more right. So if you can go, oh, they've won the last game, and you're just basically writing a win down, but they played Gold Coast in their last game, it's not a fair reflection on actually the form. Everyone beats Gold Coast. So there has to be a little bit more details in that, and I think my predictions will start to come a wee bit more. But the rounds are so hard, so hard. Second played third at the first game. The Hawks Fremantle was a tough game. Up 13th place versus 11th before it. 9th versus 10th with Essendon and Melbourne. And Port Adelaide Brisbane's going to be difficult. Western Bulldogs Melbourne. What have you done? It's because you come through that I'm muddy. Okay. You're alright. You're alright, you're tired. You're alright. You get jammed her finger. Okay. Okay. Friday night after. Well, there's a sign. 84-56. Geelong victory. I might actually write that score right down there. 84-56. And that concludes. Or 84-57, sorry, he's got the behind. That concludes the live stream. That was a long haul. 2 hours and 43 minutes of a live stream. I feel absolutely drained now. That's me up. Second game of the weekend, about 1.5 games. Been through. Should have been 2.5 games. I'm maybe disappointed about that, to tell you the truth. And tomorrow, I won't do a live stream, but I'll watch 1, maybe 2 games tomorrow. Hopefully, the one that I really want to watch is Port Adelaide, Brisbane. But there is a big game between Richmond and Giants as well. Very, very good. I know I wasn't giving you great detail about the game there. It's quite difficult. I'm still going to have to master how to commentate on the game and talk to the audience as well. It is quite a difficult thing to do. But my next live stream, when the family's here, will just be normal live stream. I'm not going to do live stream of games when they're here because it distracts your attention from the game. But the grand final will definitely be getting live streamed. Has to. My reaction, first ever live grand final, and hopefully it'll be a good game. And as I say, I'll try and have it kid-free, so there's less distraction and I can give you better content. And hopefully by that time as well, I'll know a lot more players' names, positions, etc. And I'll be able to give a better commentary on what we're seeing. Because that's what I'm trying to do at the end of the day, isn't it? But anyway, thanks very much for tuning into the live stream. I'm going to go now. I'm going to get something to eat. That pasta got eaten by the kids and I was trying to eat it. So I'm starving. And have a great day. And if you're on the drink, have one for me. It's a bit early yet, although I could be tempted. 1 o'clock here. I could definitely be tempted to have a beer and a chill out on the sofa and watch the Rangers game against Marseille. So as I say, thanks very much for all your continued support. I've got my links for all my social media and all my other things like Patreon and etc. If you want to check them out, please do feel free to do that. Thanks again, everyone. I really do appreciate it. I love talking AFL. And thanks very much. Well done. I have really enjoyed it. I appreciate that. Kind words. And if my daughter does anything, I just wanted to put this in. There was a lot of people watch my daughter's animal things. Do give her the support as well. She does all the research herself, don't you?
Yes.
She did all the research herself, so
If you want to see how much.
she really does love animals. I love animals too.
I want to see where that page is.
That page. So she writes down all the stuff she did. She found all the Australian animals. The only thing I mentioned to her was the Steve Irwin thing about getting killed by the stingray.
I didn't even
Because
know
that was before she was born.
I didn't know that guy.
She's only 9 years old, so it's quite impressive that she can research it, look for it in a book, find it, and give you a bit of a
Where did
video as
Sarge-
well. Had the confidence to talk to the
Where
video,
did
knowing that there's
Sarge-
going to be an audience.
Where did Sarge take that?
Don't know where she's took it, but anyway, that's all her own doing. That's what I'm saying. So, if you've got kids that might want to watch it, show them, because it gives her great confidence as well. That's, as a parent, that's good to see, and I'll try and help her improve her research into it and her delivery of the video, because she is going through a book. So if she could be more prepared with like stickers on the pages if she's going to do it from a book, but maybe we could do it from a tablet as well and search it on the tablet. But I plan on doing, like, say it's a crocodile, for example, giving a lot more detail on the crocodile and having a crocodile, because I know the crocodile in Australia is the biggest crocodile in the world. Sea crocodile, seawater crocodile, or saltwater crocodile. Sorry, I'm tired now.
There's no salt. There's no seawater one.
Saltwater crocodile, but you know what I mean. And we'll do further detail into these animals. We need to do the quokka as well. It's an animal I'd love to see in real life.
That thing isn't in this book.
It's not in the book.
Nope. And when
Can't believe
look-
it's not in the book.
When I look at Google, it says cracker.
Cracker. Maybe it's a name like that. Is it Cracker? Quokka? Cracker.
The way it says
Is that how you say it? Cracker.
quacker.
Maybe I've been saying it wrong this whole time.
Quacker.
But anyway, like, we'll give better details in that as well. Help her grow, and if you could share it with your family, for your children, grandchildren, whatever, that would be absolutely brilliant, because she really does love doing it. And it's things that we're going to do on the channel when we come to Australia as well, is go around the zoos and stuff like that there, and hopefully see koalas and
I want to see that.
feeding them.
koala.
There is a place in Adelaide. That was one of the things what we're going to do if we go to Adelaide. You can feed the kangaroos and
I
the
want to see the
koala
koalas.
and all sorts of other animals anyway, Australian animals. So thanks again anyway. Yeah, quokka. So thanks again everyone. I'll see you soon. And there'll be loads more AFL content and car chats, etc. coming. I'm absolutely knackered now. Thanks very much. See you later.